Experience. Yeah, knowledge needs to be translated at all scales. So there are some things that when you tell somebody, even if they're from a diametrically opposed background from you, if it's a deep cosmic truth, in real life, I have experienced multiple times that information lands with them and it awakens something in them. So today, the way we have proof is very, very literal. We take things that are unknowable and force the entirety of it to be known rather than looking for the traces of it. You could almost consider this like an information theory of consciousness. Like if people naturally have, right? Because if we all come from that one source and we're differentiated versions of that infinite cosmic consciousness, then we all have a piece of that within us, which means we can work with that information to awaken it. And that's why when people talk in spiritual spaces, they say, oh, what you said was very activating. That landed well in the body. So there's different types of languages being spoken. The language from the brain in sound waves is the language you and I are working with right now, English. Cells have a language. Systems have a language. Our body language, love language, it's always about language. It's all about communication and feedback and sound, like whether it's literal sound or if it's like the Sanskrit term anahata, unstruck sound, which even then it's silence, but it actually expands your awareness while you're in the space of silence to be able to hear more languages, just not typically human. I almost want to say it's a latent property that can be pretty telepathic, where if you tell somebody something, and let's say they're from like a deeply religious background, if they have a lot of blockers up, then yeah, it would be kind of difficult to get past that. And I wouldn't encourage forcing it. But if somebody is open to budging and hearing a different idea, then if something is actually correct, they will awaken. You will notice their body change. And they will sit and ponder. It's almost like we're sort of walking around like very cerebral, thinking whatever. And if you just turn on a switch, like the person just kind of remembers who they are. Something I've realized recently is in the scientific community, they really want to overly materialize and make everything literal. Some things are never going to be that way. And this is why I use the term dumbing down the cosmos. It's not really to be condescending, but rather to say that we're trying to make that thing fit our view rather than expanding our view to understand that. The proof is going to be felt, it's going to be experienced, and it's going to be embodied. It's going to be embodied cognition, embodied philosophy, embodied cosmology. That information is not going to be stuck here because consciousness is not just here, it's everywhere. That would translate and distribute across multiple channels, right? And then it would reflect internally throughout your consciousness, and then it would reflect externally. So the experience would be proof, but even that person's reality reflected back would be a form of proof. This new wave of science is going to require some time because it'll be a nonlinear process. But what you are going to soon start seeing is multiple people actually accessing the same deep cosmic truths. But if it's all the same, then what's the point of having so many different people? Well, that's the same question as asking, well, if there's so many physical trainers that have gone through the same curriculum, why would I choose one over the other? It's just their personality. It's the entry point. The entry point of the system will have you access the entire system, but there's just certain personality traits a person will have to get into it where it's a smoother transition. And the cosmos, always in their cosmic efficiency, want to reduce friction as much as possible. So a group of people maybe surrounding me have things reflected within them that reflect within me in terms of how we navigate, even if we don't realize it consciously. I also forgot to mention that the kind of entry point you come in from may also dictate the kind of creations and dharma you have. Information theory of consciousness. I like that phrase. And there's nothing to really define there. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to go hardcore scientific. That's naturally happening within all of us. All we need to do is just observe. I always say, guys, the kingdom is within.